Hello guys, in this video I will talk about the auto commit versus manual commit. Auto commit versus manual commit. Manual commit means commit command. Okay. Now what happens means, first of all, before going to that, I want to tell about system variables. So system variables. System variables means these are settings that can control the configuration and the runtime management of the MySQL server. Okay, these are settings which can control the configuration and the runtime behavior of the MySQL server. Of the MySQL server. So why I'm gonna talking about system variables means by default the auto commit command is set to true. Okay, auto commit set to true. I mean 1. So for that reason, if you insert the data into any table, it is automatically committing. This is the auto commit. First, I will show you the system variables. Show variables. So these are the variables. For example, it's like auto commit. So auto commit, which is value to on, it means true. So if I use the command show variables like auto commit, what happens means the show variables always return two columns that are variable name and value. And if you put like auto commit, by default it will check under the variable name column. Okay. Now what I will do, I will create the new database for explaining this auto commit versus manual commit commands. Okay. Create database commits. Now I created a database called commits. I will refresh it. I can see the commits. I use that one. Now what I will do, I will create table like for example users user ID int primary key auto increment in the username worker of 20, for example, not no constant. By default it will use the InnoDB engine. Now I will create a table. Now what I will do, if I will insert the data, it will automatically inserting into the users table. For example, insert into users. Now users username, for example, values Hemant. Okay, what happens means it is auto committed. Here by default I already shown you, right? Auto commit, by default the value is on. For that reason, if you insert the data into the table, it will automatically insert. So select start from users. You can see the data Hemant. I hit it 2 times, so that's why. Okay. Now what I will do, I will set the command auto commit to false. For example, set auto commit equals to 0, which means false. Now if I will see show variables auto commit, it will become false. Now I will insert the data. Now what I will do, I will insert the data like Raju. Okay, now I will insert the data. What happens means this is the session. So use that one. You can see the updated data, but this is not updated in the real database. This is like a, it is like a transaction. See, what happens means this is the users table. This first of all, this is the connection to the MySQL server. This have one particular ID. For example, connection ID. I will use connection ID. This is connection ID is 15. For example, if I will again connect as a database, I mean root user. Now in this, what I will do, first of all, I will use the database commits. Now in that, what I will do, start from users. I will see the data only Hemant and Hemant. But in the Hemant, here you can see the data of Raju also. But we didn't commit it. Until unless commit, we can see the data the other users. For example, now if I use the commit command, now this is the manual commit. This is the, this is the manual commit. Now if I commit this, what happens means the other users who are connected to the database also, they can see the actual results. Now you can see Raju, which is reflected. Now this is the main difference between auto commit and the manual commit and the session variables. And also I forget to one thing, there are mainly two types of variables. There are session variables, session variables are and the global variables. So session variables means which is related to particular session. So I connect it to the MySQL server. So this is one session. Different sessions have different connection IDs. For example, see, select connection ID. So this connection ID is 17. This connection ID is 15, I think. 15 and 17. So different sessions have different connections. Their isolation is different. So there are mainly session variables and global variables. If you want to see the session variables, show variables or show session variables. These both are same. If you use show variables, by default it use session variables. Okay. If you want to see the global variables, you need to specify the keyword global variables. Okay. These are global variables. Okay. These are the main things. Now what I do, I will do set auto commit to 1. I will set to auto commit to 1. Now if you see the auto commit, which is setting to the session variable. Okay, auto commit to on. Now what I will do, now I will insert the data to, I will insert the data like Toby. Okay, now the auto commit is the particular auto commit is on. Now if I insert the data, it will automatically reflecting to the users table. Okay, now if you see the other user also see the same data. So these are the main differences between auto commit versus manual commit. So I hope you understand well.